up. Yeah, I know I did you wrong, but I learned my lesson. Now what if we could move on? Remember the good days. I wish that we could go back. I know I'm not perfect, but at least give me a try. I'm sorry for making you feel like you're not good enough, 'cause you're the best, you know. I'm sorry for making.
Hey friends, today we're going to take this empty room and turn it into my brand new workspace.
Feel like you're not good enough. Give me a chance. Yeah, baby, try. Just one more night, then make up your mind. Please don't say that it's goodbye, bye. If you just believe it, I know we can make it.
The house probably looks familiar, but this room was the guest room, not my office previously. So I'm going to upgrade to this bigger room. Hopefully I can operate mainly out of one room in the house. A little lightweight spackling over some old holes in the wall. I wiped everything down with a clean rag, a little bit of Dawn dish soap, nothing fancy, to get the closets prepped for paint. I'm using the same color of paint that is on the walls here in the bedroom. I believe this is called Antique Silver. We got it when we painted the rest of the house a couple of years ago, and I do love the color. It looks a little dark here on camera, but it really isn't this dark in person once it's dry.
If you're new here and you're not sure what kind of inventory I'm about to put into these closets, you can see everything I sell and flip and find over on my website, upcycledbybri.com, but I'll be sure to link that down in the description box below as well. Speaking of inventory, the less I have, the less I have to move into these closets. So I am going to be doing a week-long, that's right, 1 week-long sale off of all of my thrifted, found, and antique items over on my site, 25% off. Now that does not include the paint and products that I sell, but all of my wood items, anything I found while I was out estate sailing, garage sailing, thrifting. So if you've had your eye on something, now's the time to go grab it.
While the paint in the closets dry, let's touch up these door frames. Today I'm using DIY Dark and Decrepit, which is a multi-use product. Today I'm using it to stain up these door frames because it has a built-in sealer. So I'm just going to apply it over the dings, wipe back any excess, let it dry, and that's it. A one-step stain. No VOC, all natural, safe to use inside. I don't have to wear any gloves because it is water-based. So if I get it on my hands, it washes right off. And look at that difference that it made.
The entire room has been cleaned up, got the closets repainted. Now it's time to focus on my little accent wall. This is going to be the wall that you see in the beginning of all my videos. Looks like shiplap, but guess what? It's not. We're gonna use a little bit of flat white paint and some Sharpies and do a Sharpie shiplap wall.
Brand new street and brand new me. Side by friends I need. Don't you tell me that you're in town. I already know. Couple days ago. Hey, now that our names are written in stone, let's be honest, sounds like home. Still I'm here alone and I'm cold.
2 coats of paint, nice and dry. It's later in the day. I've let it dry for several hours. As you can tell, my hair is getting crazier. Now it's time. You're going to take a ruler, mark 7 inches for our lines. I'll use a pencil to do that. And I'm going to do several spots along the wall. That way I can keep my yardstick straight. Once I have all my spots, I will use my yardstick to make my Sharpie lines. So a little time consuming, slightly tedious, but we can get it done.
I actually start by making a mark 2 inches down the wall. This makes it look like there is a cut piece of shiplap, which makes it look a little more realistic. I've done several of these accent walls now. So I do a 2-inch mark, and then I move my ruler down to that 2-inch, and I go 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, you get it. I go by 7s all the way down the wall. This will make a 7-inch shiplap board. Once I have all my little marks made, they will help make my ruler, my yardstick here, go straight along the wall. So I line my yardstick up with my marks, I take my Sharpie, and you see I go back and forth several times to get a nice dark line. If you mess up, no worries, just paint over your little smudge and keep going. Now I'm on to the second column. I do overlap my yardstick with the previous line just a bit to get a nice smooth transition. 1 quart of paint and about 2.5 Sharpies for a total of $22 for my accent wall. What do y'all think? Does it look like shiplap? Are you going to try this accent wall in a space in your home? Drop me a comment down below.
Today I'm going to install this Closetmaid system. I had these up before and they're not going to be perfect for paint and products as they're not going to hold that much weight, but they will be perfect for some of my lighter inventory. Looks like Maisie's going to help me. This isn't the right piece.
Give me a chance. Yeah, baby, try.
I made a few marks on the wall where the holes are in the tracks and drilled some pilot holes for my wood screws and my drywall anchors.
The holes that are not in front of studs will get some drywall anchors, so I'll tap these in first and that will give those screws some extra support. Now I'll take the track rails here and they hang in here. Last time I had them too close in the center, so this time I'm going to be sure to put them out on the edges a little bit more just to support those shelves as much as I can. I do want to stick them into the studs though, I suppose, so I will line it up with that. It does drive me nuts that it's not centered, but it's more important to have the weight in the right spot than it is to have it perfectly centered in the closet. Once all the stuff's on the shelves, you won't even be able to tell. Now the shelf brackets will fit into the rails right here, and obviously you can adjust them up as high as you'd like. And I'm just gonna put them, don't remember which way they go. I'm just gonna put them on kind of wherever right now, and then I can move them easily if I need to later. All right, now I have 2 closets that are ready and clean and fresh for inventory. Some nice solid shelving. Again, it wasn't too terribly expensive. I'll see if I can insert some pricing of what I got it for at Menards.
Now it's time to move some of my stuff over from the rental back into the big house. Here's the office setup I've had for the last 7 months or so. It's getting pretty cluttered and crammed. I'm gonna go ahead and just pack it all up, get it into these crates, take it over to the house, and I will sort through it and clean my stash up over there.
All right, here is the initial setup. So this tall white cabinet I actually got for $30. I think it was a couple summers ago, and I used it in my laundry room and then in my bedroom. Now it's gonna come in here and hold my paint. I used to have my paint on here, and that's the opened paint that I use on a daily basis, but it's not big enough and it wasn't working. So this will store some other stuff. Now I need to hang my chalkboard. Please excuse me, I am very much out of breath. This rug, as you can tell, has seen better days, but it doesn't matter. This is where my work table is gonna go. So that'll all be covered up, and there'll be more stains in the near future.
I'm hanging up my chalkboard. This is in the background of my videos. I think it's important for people to be able to see my website, get that engraved into their brain, and then it also has my social media platforms on there. I do want to redo this, but I wanted to get it hung up and in the right place, and then we'll do some art here soon and get it freshened up. Now I'm going through those bins. This is all of my supplies I use on a daily basis, and I'm getting everything cleaned up and organized to put back onto my craft cart.
I've had my craft cart set up like this for a couple of years now, and it's worked very well. So pencils, pens, letter opener. I've got chalk, white and colored. These are Booth tags and dot labels. White out because I always need it. Here are my hot glue fingertip protectors. Some hot glue strings. Screwdrivers, pliers, a little hammer and a flashlight, multiple scissors for different things I'm cutting, box cutters and knives. These are Cricut accessories. My X-Acto knife and razor scraper, Vaseline to keep paint lids from getting stuck. Got some safety pins. This is also for tagging items for my booth. Stapler and tape. I've got a variety of painter's tapes, string and wire, some different glues, wood skewers, and sandpaper. These are all of the sponge applicators, some canned air and lemon oil for cleaning, gloves, an array of nails, and then I've got some more sandpaper here. So this cart I can wheel around the whole first floor here, wherever I'm doing my little crafts, and I can wheel it out of my way wherever I may be working. Works out really well. Oh, and then my Continual Mister spray bottle. If you don't have one of these and you're using chalk paint, you are missing out. Grab you one, they're in my Amazon shop.
Now it's time to organize all of my paints. I ended up putting some of my DIY colors back into these little cubbies. I just love the way the DIY paint looks on the shelf. I just didn't stack them back as deep. I wanted to make sure I could see every color visually as I was looking and didn't have quarts or pints of paint shoved in the back where I couldn't see them.
Here's a quick hanging hack for you. I want to put up this brick mold shelf. So I put a piece of painter's tape along where my hangers are. Now I will make a mark on them. I forgot to grab a pen, of course. Hold please. And then I'll transfer the tape up onto the wall. Then I grabbed my level, made sure it was straight. I've got a wood screw over here on the side because it was a stud, and then my anchor and drywall screw. Now you can hang up my little shelf, super easy.
The last thing I got done in this couple of days was getting my work desk brought over. I love this industrial desk. I got it off of Facebook Marketplace, I think for around $30, and it has been a great workspace. Now, to put away some brushes, I was inspired by my friend Dionne Woods of the Turquoise Iris. She keeps her brushes in teal mason jars, and I just love the look. So I organized some of my favorites into these jars up on top of the paint cabinet, and then the rest of my brushes and extra DIY products and my milk paint is all now organized and easily accessible on this side. What do y'all think about my office makeover? Drop me a comment down below. I'm going to have a ton more room, and I cannot wait to bring you some more amazing projects. If you've been following me on this journey over the last year, you know there's been a lot of changes in my life. I appreciate all of the kind words and support from all of my friends, and for my new subscribers, welcome to my channel. My name is Bri. I love to go thrifting, junking. I take those finds and I upcycle them into beautiful home decor. So welcome if you're new, welcome back if you have been following along. I am so glad that each and every one of you are here.
I hope y'all had fun transforming this room with me today. By the time you're watching the end of the video, this wall is looking quite a bit different. If you did like this video and you're excited to see the other transformations I have coming up, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it. That way YouTube will let you know every time I upload a new video. Give me a thumbs up and share this out with a friend if you don't mind. And until next time, I'll see y'all later. Bye, friends. So we might have just found an old piece of wood. Hold on to that for me, Pipies.